And I'm Elroy Reed, and this is the People's Voice this week. As of the recording of this podcast, we wanted to share with you the new numbers for the COVID-19 pandemic.
Worldwide, nearly 4 million cases with over 270,000 fatalities.
The United States has 1.25 million confirmed cases with 74,413 deaths.
Statewide, 68,232 confirmed cases with 2,974 deaths.
In Lake County, Illinois, 4,668 confirmed cases with about 157 fatalities.
Again, over 74,400 people have died in the United States. More people have died from the coronavirus in the last 8 weeks than died in the Vietnam War.
The president cited in an interview that he estimates that the death toll in America could top 100,000 people.
That's 100,000 people.
Many states have opened their economies back up and allowing people to go back to work on a graduated basis. There are restrictions such as wearing face masks, social distancing, and reduced operation and work hours.
Some experts say that if more testing was available, more people could go back to work.
A state-operated community-based testing site opened in Waukegan this past Sunday, May the 3rd. The site is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Or until 500 tests are completed each day. The testing site is located at 2161 Northwestern Avenue. Testing is free and anyone can be tested. It is operated by the State Department of Health.
Testing is also available at other sites operated by the Lake County Health Department on an appointment-only basis.
More after these words from our sponsors.
Pope's Florist is the place for blooming miracles. We are open. We have moved a half of a block to the east on Grand Avenue. Our new location is 2116 Grand Avenue in Waukegan. We have flowers for every occasion. Special order now for Mother's Day. Pre-order by May 1st and get a 15% discount on all bouquets for Mother's Day. Call 847-263-7673. Ask for Pat or Carmen. Pope's Florist, the place for blooming miracles.
Since people have been shut in, legal marijuana use has skyrocketed. The Chicago Tribune reports that in April, $37.3 million was sold in Illinois alone.
Illinois dispensaries were allowed to stay open during the coronavirus lockdown. Buyers were lined up for blocks trying to get into the stores.
Since January the 2nd, over 100 million in recreational marijuana has been sold.
And while the upcoming NBA season has been placed on hold, the United Center, where the Chicago Bulls play, has been transformed into a logistical hub for Chicago coronavirus response.
Now, this logistical hub will be used for food distribution, first responder staging, and collecting medical supplies. Now, many Lake County governments have scaled back their operations and canceled public events, including some park district programs and all forest preserve programs.
This includes an announcement by the Waukegan Park District that the Waukegan Symphony Orchestra has canceled their summer season.
There may be a new disease that is being associated with the COVID-19 virus called the Kawasaki disease.
15 children, many of whom have had the coronavirus, have recently been hospitalized in New York City with the mysterious syndrome that doctors do not really yet fully understand, but has also been reported in several European countries, health officials announced Monday night.
Now, many of these children, ages 2 to 15, have shown symptoms associated with toxic shock or the Kawasaki disease. It's a rare illness in children that involves inflammation of the blood vessels, including coronary arteries, the city's health department said.
As of the recording of this podcast, none of the New York City patients with the Kawasaki syndrome have died. More on this story as it develops. We will pause now for a commercial break.
Many people who have had their paychecks interrupted can take advantage of the Community Action Partnership's Food Pantry. It is a free food resource for eligible residents adapting to the COVID-19 pandemic stay-at-home orders. The Community Action Partnership is committed to helping families in Lake County during this pandemic. To access the food pantry, Lake County residents must call the main number at 847-249-4330. Press number 1 for services, then press number 3 for CSBG Food Pantry. A case manager will assist in completing a basic intake application. Calls must be between the hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Once the application is completed, the recipient will be given a scheduled pickup time, Monday through Friday, to go to the pantry for curbside service. Funding for the food pantry is provided by a Community Services Block Grant, CSBG. The Community Action Partnership is helping people and changing lives.
Former President Barack Obama will deliver a televised prime-time commencement address for the class of 2020 during an hour-long event that will also feature LeBron James and many others.
ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC will simultaneously air the special May 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with more than 20 other broadcast and digital streaming partners, according to the announcement Tuesday from organizers.
Here are some updates from the College of Lake County. CLC will begin dispersing more than $2.4 million from the Federal CARES Act through emergency cash grants to help their students.
They will do this with additional funding from the CLC Foundation, a grant from the Julian Grace Foundation, and a grant from the John and Catherine Schreiber Foundation.
Students are eligible for up to $1,500 over spring, summer, and fall semesters to help them make progress towards their educational goals.
In addition to these emergency cash grants, the college will refund a portion of the spring course fees, waive the $8 per credit hour online summer fees. CLC will continue to offer scholarships to help students with their education.
We have some good news this week. We'd like to introduce Evelyn Alexander as Mother of the Year just in time for Mother's Day.
Congratulations, Evelyn Alexander, and happy Mother's Day, mothers. And you can read more about Evelyn in this edition of The People's Voice on newsstands everywhere.
In our entertainment segment for this week, we invited Daryl Armistead to perform his version of the popular song, Brandy.
There's a port on a western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. Lonely sailors pass their time away and talk about their homes. There's a girl in the harbor town, and she works laying whiskey down. They say, Brandy, fetch another round. She serves them whiskey and wine. The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Your eyes could steal a sailor from the sea. Brandy wears a braided chain made of finest silver from the north of Spain. A locket that bears the name of the man that Brandy loves. He came on a summer's day, bringing gifts from far away, but he made it clear he couldn't stay. No harbor was his home. The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. But my life, my lover, my lady is the sea. Brandy used to watch his eyes when he told a sailor story. She could feel the ocean fall and rise. She saw its raging glory. But he had always told the truth, Lord, he was an honest man. Brandy does her best to understand. At night, when the bars close down, Brandy walks through a silent town and loves a man who's not around. She still can hear him say, she hears him say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. But my life, my lover, my lady is the sea. They say, Brandy,
I love that song.
And I do too.
That's all for this week. I'm Sharon Epps.
And I'm Elroy Reed, and this is the People's Voice this week. Thank you for watching.